Being a Chancellor's Medallion Scholarship recipient has been a huge honor. It's also been a big relief. I came in with scholarships, but just getting this additional scholarship has meant, I don't have to work. I don't have to worry about debt or student loans. I'm debt-free. I'll graduate debt-free. And so it's been, really a big honor and a weight off my shoulders. Yeah, I think that having the scholarship has allowed me to do things that I wouldn't do otherwise. I originally worked for the IU Bicentennial Oral History Project as a student worker conducting oral histories of people on campus, but that position only lasted for a year. And so now I'm volunteering for the project, and I don't get paid, obviously, as a volunteer. And so having this scholarship means that I don't have to worry about finding a job or some other way to pay for college, so I can focus on volunteering or doing things that I might not have the time if I was also working. Being a volunteer has, meant a lot to me just because as a volunteer for an oral history project, not only have I got to practice history, but it's also just really exciting because I get to listen to people's stories and learn about the people that came to IUS and how they connect to their environment and to the local area. And so that's been really interesting. It's also helped me develop oral skills, communication skills. It's played into my interest for genealogy to some degree just because it's so people-focused. And so in that aspect, volunteering has meant a lot to me just because it connects me more to my field of study. I'm very happy about my decision to come here. And I hear it a lot in my interviews. I always ask, why did you come here? And a lot of the time the reply is, well, it was more affordable than any other university around. And for me, the experience was the same. I had applied to private schools that were way out of my price range, even with scholarships. And I didn't want to graduate with a lot of debt. So I came here for the price, but then I stayed because the faculty are amazing. I have such a good relationship with the history department faculty. Because I knew Dr. Gritter, I got that position with the IU Bicentennial Oral History Project. And I've just gotten countless positions from working with them, and I like the small classroom sizes. And there's just so many more reasons that I stayed here more than the affordability. It's really been like a second home to me.
Getting an IUS degree to me is everything. It shows that I get to pursue my goal to become a marketing or sales director. And also I get to inspire my sister and my aunt to finish graduating, also my cousins that are seniors in high school, and encourages them to go to college and shows them that they can get to where they want to go and get the job that they've always wanted. With the additional funds of the Chancellor Medallion Scholarship, I'm able to say that I get to graduate with no debt. I have gone 4 years and I haven't had any loans or anything. So the scholarships helped me to complete my journey, my 4-year journey to be debt-free. Looking back at my IUS experience, I'm so thankful for all the people that were involved, including the staff, the faculty, all the professors, all the students. I was able to network and be able to build my networking group while I was here, and that's one thing that I'm very thankful for. I'm able to treat my teachers, some of the faculty, just like family, and so I'm really glad that I got that experience while I was here.
I decided I wanted to double major in sociology whenever I took my first social problems class, and I had all of these questions about why society was the way it was, and I always just knew I wanted to help people, and I couldn't really figure out how. And when I took that first sociology class, I realized there's a whole science behind why society is the way it is and ways to help. So I started double majoring, and I'm really happy I did because I feel like there's a lot of gaps in the research and a lot of places where neuroscience and sociology could connect, and so I'm really excited to graduate with both of those. I'm really drawn to traveling because I'm really interested in other cultures, and it fascinates me that we can see the world in a certain perspective our whole lives, and then we can learn that other people see it differently, and then our whole perspective changes. And I grew up in a small town in Georgetown, and that was just my whole life, where I feel like there was so many moments where I was like shocked that life was this way for somebody else, if that makes sense. And because I just grew up kind of, sheltered and safe, and happy in my small town. So I really just have this need to help people, and I really like to learn about other cultures because there's so many things that you can learn from each other and share and create new ideas. And the study abroad trip that I get to go on because of the scholarship is so important to me because I have lived here my entire life. So going all the way to Jordan, and we're going to be going to the Red Sea, the Dead Sea. We're going to be in the Wadi Rum Desert. I mean, we're going to be doing so many things that I've never even remotely experienced. And I'm going to get experience as an undergraduate doing field studies on animals in their natural habitats in amazing and interesting environments. So it's just so many opportunities that I never thought I would even have until I got this scholarship. And it really means a lot to not have to stress about where I'm going to get the money and how I'm going to be able to fill out all of the scholarships.
My major is neuroscience, and ever since I was little, I've always had a fascination for the brain. So I think it's really cool to learn how the brain functions or how it malfunctions. I love speaking Spanish, so my minor is in Spanish, and I'm hoping that I can use that to reach to more people, more clientele, so I can serve the community best to my abilities. I think my parents always say, to whom much is given, much is expected. And so I think that's a really good statement as to why I feel the need to give back to others. I feel like I've had such a blessed life, and so many great things have happened to me, and I have a lot of opportunities, and if I found a skill, I should probably use it to help other people. So getting the Chancellor's Medallion Scholarship has saved me a lot of time and given me the ability to focus more on my studies and not have to work myself to death, because I do still work, but now I can do kind of a good balance of hours instead of having to overwhelm myself. So I think that's definitely helped my studies a lot. So my classwork has helped me a ton when it comes to my job. So right now I work at the Applied Research and Education Center on campus, and a lot of that is data work. I use a lot of SPSS, which I wouldn't have known otherwise if it weren't for my classes. I do a lot of writing, so I've had a lot of opportunities to learn a lot of things and then get to reinforce them in my work, which is super great. And I'm applying for grad schools right now. So having the opportunity to not only get to learn within my classroom, but to get to apply it outside work, I think has really solidified my knowledge, and it makes me feel a lot more prepared to be sent out into the real world. This area is lacking in a lot of the knowledge that I can gain from going to grad school, so I'm hoping that all of the knowledge that I gain I can bring back and help serve my community that has given me so much.